Hey, hello everyone, welcome back. And as you see, I'm in my office away from home. I hope you can hear me actually. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry for the shaky video. I hope you can hear me. Let me just do something about that. I came somewhat prepared. Of course, it's always better to come fully prepared, but hey, life is not always like that. I will get there. Just give me a moment. And great. There we go. So hopefully you can hear me now. Hi everyone. Welcome. And I'll just take a few minutes to allow people to come on. I know I didn't actually tell you in advance this was going to happen, so maybe you're catching the replay, and that's absolutely fine. As I said in the opening circle, energetic work, it is loosely related to time and space, so we can do this, we can tap in at any point. And I love being where I am right now. This is my local forest, and it is my absolute favorite place to be. I don't know if you can hear the birds. Hi Cam, so lovely to see you. Let me know if you can hear me okay? So welcome to my forest, Cam, and everybody else who is watching this and going to be watching this. This is my forest. This is the place where I feel most at home, actually. And if you can hear the birds, there's a beautiful smell of pine. And in the background I hear children playing. And, there's always something going on here. But it's just a great place to come and to reconnect, to connect to the earth. And now to connect with you. And I wanted to come and just spend a couple of minutes to close the summit with you. And thanks for letting me know, Cam. Because it's been an amazingly, gorgeously beautiful week, and I very much look forward to hearing what it's been for you when you look back and see the whole of it. But I remember last Monday in the other Facebook Live where we started, and I knew, of course, what my intention was. I knew that the conversations that I'd been having and was having were incredibly valuable. But having them all together like this and as part of my birthday week was just really beyond anything that I imagined. And I love that it's called Beyond Coaching, and that it was beyond my expectations. And I'm a person that carries high expectations at all times. I would love to hear from you. So if you wanted to type something or leave me a comment, that would be great. But what I've noticed is that there's been this incredibly deep dive into Shakti, into wisdom, into this energy of being fully connected with life and allowing that to be, and not, staying stuck in our minds and living in that place where our society lives most of the time. That part of that part of us which seems to be compartmentalized kind of up here somewhere. So I think we've been bringing in the feminine in so many different ways, that every conversation was not just packed with ideas, but it was also it was bringing possibilities, options that you might not have really felt that way before. Very practical things that you can do to start bringing the feminine into your life right now, even more of that right now. But also every conversation felt like an energetic transmission. It felt like our guests were offering this way of being that, and this way of living, this way of being that is accessible for all of us, right? We all have it. We all have this connection with earth, with life, with Shakti, whatever you want to call it. And you've all felt, I know that, you've all felt, if you've watched any of the conversations, you've felt how you are connected with that flow of, it's almost sacred energy, isn't it? It is what happens when we don't start to second guess ourselves, when we don't start to bring in the judgments, when we bring curiosity instead and think, really? I never thought about it like that. What could that look like for me? What does that look like for her? What's this about? And that's like opening up, treasure troves full of what's possible for us. And I hope that, that is what you take from this. Of course, every conversation had its own gems, and I'll talk through them in terms of what they've been for me. But that knowing that it's possible, that knowing that the feminine is not something out there that we have to reach for. It's something that's in here. It's right now. And if you don't believe me, or if you're not connected, I should say right now, just take a moment. Take a moment and feel into what it is that's possible for you. Take a moment to connect to your feet, maybe your bum if you're sitting down, and maybe even through the sounds of the forest or the energy that I am fully in and therefore sharing with you. Is that energy of the forest where she's alive like no other. It takes unhooking from our mind games. It takes unhooking from all the things that we're so eager to work towards, and just to stay in this moment, to stop in this moment and to say, wait a minute, where is that Shakti flowing in me right now? What's happening? Beyond what's happening in my mind, just what's happening inside of me and inside all of me. What is it that wants to be expressed? How can I stay true to that? How can I stay closer to that? And that's the doorway in. That's the doorway into bringing the feminine into you, into any moment. Ooh, a lovely butterfly just flew by. And if there's one thing that I really wish for all of you to take from this week, is to know that it's possible and that you don't have to reach far. So of course you'll have had plenty of ideas in the conversation, plenty of tools, plenty of tips, plenty of things that you might do to help you, to support you in that. And at the same time, remember to take a breath. Remember to take this moment. Remember to really truly feel that you are everything that you need to be right now. Whether you feel great or whether you feel like it's not my day today. You are everything that you need to be. You're right in the right place. And just to breathe in that, to receive that miracle. I know I've heard people say that before, and I always thought, yeah, of course. But you know what? It's true. You are the miracle. And the feminine is one big invitation to allow you your miracle. And, when we bring the feminine into our work, it's the exact thing. We allow that for our clients. So this is, of course, the other place. It's like bringing the feminine into our lives. That's one thing. But then you all want to bring it into your work life as well, which is why you are here. And if you want to bring this into your work life, then there are so many ways that you can do that, and each one of the speakers have given great tips. And again, there it starts with holding space. It starts with allowing the other person the space to just be them, to pause the judgments for a moment and bring curiosity and allow them to be them, to see them for what they are, to really see them in their beauty, even if the way they're acting out might not be so comfortable or beautiful in that moment. But to take the time to see them in their divine essence and to start wandering from there, to start working from there. And this is exactly why I love soul-based coaching so much. It's such a beautiful way to invite people to really tap into their own knowing, their own wisdom, even if they don't know they have it, to find out that they do, and to find out that making changes in your life is actually really possible. Can be quite easeful once we learn to trust ourselves and the path that our body, mind, soul system wants to take. And that is why it's so powerful. I love Chamali's words about Shakti and how it runs through us, how it's created, all of this around me, how it's moving through me in every breath I take, and how it's, beyond powerful in terms of our human abilities to make things happen. So what if we learn to dance with Shakti instead of trying to fight it or curb it or manage it or control it or predict it? What if we learn to dance with it? What if we learn to offer it our heart, our intention, our love, and follow her lead, because she's going to take us where we need to go. And I love that that's what we do in soul-based coaching. It's that we learn to receive that Shakti for our client. We help them connect with that for themselves, and then we invite it to unfold and emerge exactly in the way that it wants to. Healing is part of that. It happens automatically almost. And, changes, transformations happen as well inside of people, but also in their lives. Whether it's about, stop smoking, or it's about gaining self-confidence, or whether it's about stepping out there in the world and starting a business. It doesn't really matter what the topic is that people are working towards, but it is so possible to help people make those changes in a way that honors them completely. And I don't know about you, but in every one of the conversations that I've had with our guests, I just felt that innate wisdom, that spark, that link with divinity, that sacredness. I felt it in every conversation, because it's right here, right now. And knowing that just makes all the difference. Learning to work with people in a way that honors that divinity, that, in a way takes it out of your hands, because it's not you that needs to fix things or, know how things are going to come together. It's really about learning to hold the basket. It's learning how to create the riverbed so that things that are good for your client can happen. So when you've learned that, when you can trust your tools, then you so realize with every conversation you have, every coaching session you have, that it's not up to you. That it's more about allowing Shakti to move through you, to hold that space so that it can do its work. And what a blessing that is. It just takes such a big weight off our shoulders. And it is humbling at the same time, and fun, because I think it was Lee who said in our closing workshop that we never know how our clients are going to find their way, how it's going to emerge, how the journey is going to unfold. We just know it will, There's no doubt in my mind that it will, because I've seen it happen again. And it's just that it's not up to us to predict. We're not the ones to, write the route, the description of the route. Like, first left here, then the second right. No, we don't do that. We follow really closely what's happening, and we invite the curiosity in to the points where there might be more honey and more connection being made within our clients. And that's the work that we do in soul-based coaching. We pay really good attention. We learn to pay really, really good attention. And we learn to see how these processes of change happen in such an innately powerful way that we cannot be anything else than in awe of that, and deeply enjoy it when it happens. So this is why I love the work that we do in the Academy so much, and it's also why I just want to extend an invitation to you now that the summit is closed. If you want to really bring this work into your work, if you really want to bring the feminine into your work, and if you want to have a way to truly help people that is empowering for them, that takes away all of the games, it takes away the thing where coaches are the authority for somebody else, it takes away the you have to tell me because I don't know thing that clients can have. All of that is off the table. It just doesn't relate to the work that we're doing. So I want to offer you that. If you're looking for a way to help people make real changes in their lives, then you can join us as well. Oh, and thank you, Lee. I love this place. This is my home office. Well, maybe not my home, but it's the one that I share with others. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous place to be in. So yes, I want to invite anyone who feels called to join us in Invoke Your Client's Magic. In September, we're going to start another round of coaching, of learning how to become a soul-based coach. It's a program that starts off with 6 months of live teachings, weekly live teaching on Zoom, which is very intimate and connected. Might sound strange, but it's actually really possible to build strong connections online and to have very powerful learning experiences together. So we're starting that in September, but if for the people that are here in the summit, I've opened the doors for just this week, because I just want you to know that it's possible, and I want you to be able to act on that knowing that is inside you that says, yes, I want to do this. I want to be there for other people and help them. Because that yes is such an incredibly powerful thing to give. It's what, if you really decide and speak that, universe is going to come and meet you in what it is that you want to create. If we keep thinking about things, it's not going to happen in quite that way. So I'm offering you that opportunity now. I'll add the link for Invoke in the comments later. But know that there is a super juicy bonus for you, starting with lifetime access to this summit. Because I know they are conversations that you're going to want to come back to again and again and again and again. I know that I have, and I will. And also, if you're one of those people that really knows and wants to decide right now, if you sign up before tomorrow, I'm adding the new group work model for you, the Working in Groups module of Invoke Your Client's Magic, which is going to be part of the training as of next year. It's eagerly awaited, and the normal price is going to be €5.95. So I want you to have that bonus, and everybody watching who's already in the program, we're going to have a conversation about that as well. It's very exciting to be able to bring the power that this brings into groups as well. So I'm going to almost wrap up, but before I do, I just want to take us back to our circle. Remember when we were standing in our circle, in the opening circle of the summit? So I'm just going to wiggle a bit, sorry. I'm standing up now, because I'm just going to close my eyes for a moment. I invite you to do the same. Breathing. Feeling your feet on the earth. yourself in your body. And feeling in your heart what this energy field of this summit, this container that we've created together, has brought you. And feel where you feel that in your body, and know that you can return to that energy at any time. So in your mind's eye, look around this circle that has grown to almost 500 people over this week. And know that you're not alone in your longing to bring the feminine back into your work. And together we can do this. We can do this. And I invite you to breathe into that knowing. And then to wrap this up, I'm going to ask you to scoop up the energy with me. So you can just really lean forward and then use your hands to bring that energy up and release it into the world for anyone else who can benefit from it. And then do it again, another scoop, all the way up, bringing it to all of our relations. In all of the varieties, including trees and birds, creepy crawlies, everything. And then one more. So releasing this energy of the summit and this circle for the benefit of all. And then thanking you for for carrying this with me, for being part of this container with me, for offering your reflections, your learnings back into the circle, and for engaging with this longing in your heart. Because you know what? It's super, super important. And from that space, I'm going to say thank you so much. Oh, and a big, big thank you for the speakers who've been contributing. You've been amazing, and thank you. And then thank you so much for being here, being part of this. And I already know we're going to do this again next year. So I look forward to seeing you then. Make sure to keep yourself posted of everything that happens in the Academy if you want to be part of it. And, you know, if Invoke is for you, I very much look forward to seeing you this week entering. And we'll do a happy dance because it's going to be a party like it's been this week. And I can't wait to find out who is going to join that party. So I wish you well until we meet again. Much love.